So this video is meant to show you the wiring diagram for the RangeFinder. A reminder, the RangeFinder has 4 pins, a VCC pin, a trig pin, an echo, and a ground. The one thing that you need to be particular about in connecting the rangefinder is that the VCC pin cannot be connected to just any VCC pin. It needs to be connected to a 5-volt pin. It needs a little bit more power. And so there are a couple 5-volt pins on your extension board. There is a column of 5-volt pins right here, and you can see it says 5 volts there. And there's another one over here to the right. We're not going to use the one here on the right. We're going to just go ahead and use the column of 5-volt pins, one of those pins, just because it's a little easier to access. So in terms of how I'm going to wire my rangefinder, I'll connect the VCC to that 5-volt line. I will connect pin number or trigger to pin number 2. I will connect the echo to pin number 1, and I will connect the ground to the ground. Okay, here I go. So hopefully that shows you how to wire the rangefinder to extension board. Okay, so this video is meant to show you how to physically wire your rangefinder to your extension board. Now, one thing that I pointed out in the wiring diagram is that this rangefinder needs to have a 5-volt access line, and these red pins here are 3.3 volts, and so that's not going to cut it for a rangefinder. It won't give you the proper values. So you need to connect to a 5-volt line, and these 3 pins here are 5 volts. Let me zoom in a little bit. Okay, these 3 pins right here are 5 volts, and you can see it says right there 5 volts. The others are 3.3 volts. So we're going to connect to this pin right there for our VCC line. So again, a reminder of our wiring. Our VCC is going to go to 5 volts. Our trig is going to go to pin 2, our echo to pin 1, and our ground to ground. Okay, here I go. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and plug my microbit in and give it some power. And again, we need a little bit more power than what the computer can provide, so we need to connect our 9-volt to our microbit. And the way I have coded this is that I am displaying, it's going to be a little tricky to see, I'm displaying the distance values onto the microbit display here. So it's showing something pretty far away, and so you can kind of see it has to toggle through those values. So if I bring something a little bit closer, and I've got this little card here, if I bring this closer here, instead it'll just say 4 or 3. Okay, so that's saying it's 3 centimeters away. I mean, well, it's 5 centimeters away, 6 centimeters away. But the further I get, once I get to more than 1 digit, it has to scroll through that. So hopefully, as you play with this, you'll find a better way to display the number value instead of just displaying it here on the innate microbit display. Maybe you can display it on a different sensor.